Hello, this is a quick video on the disassembly, cleaning, and the reassembly of the Taurus TCP 738. Here we have our Taurus, got our magazine release, slide lock. Here we have our disassembly pin. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick visual inspection for safety. Drop the magazine. Rack the slide a couple of times. Rack and lock the slide. Visually inspected. It's not, I don't see anything in the barrel. So at this point, we're really more than halfway done. Well, I guess it depends how you look at it. But we're going to have to pop this puppy out. There's a little knife to get it started. Pop that in there. Up. What's that? Pull the pin out. Lean it backwards. Pull this out. There's a reason why I leaned it backwards too. The barrel will actually tend to kind of get locked up, so it just seems to work better. Here we have our dual recoil spring, which really does help minimize that recoil. Spring guide, remove that. Okay, you can clean that individually as well if you'd like to. And here's our barrel. And that's it. That's the disassembly. Cleaning, I like using cleanse oil. Works really well for me. Grab a patch. I have cleaned it earlier, so it's not going to be awfully dirty. Taurus does put a lot of grease on their guns for shipping. This is my first Taurus. I do like Smith & Wesson, and do own a number of them, and this is the next one that's going to get cleaned. It's the MMP 9mm. Get this puppy nice and saturated. I don't need to use a brush or bristles in it. I like about this is let this soak in, get it saturated for a bit. Does a pretty good job on its own, just eating away most of the grime. Being that I did already clean it, I'm going to make pretend I've grabbed another patch and clean the area where the firing pin come out. Keep it upside down. What will end up happening is some of the dirt and grime does have a tendency to pop out. One of the problems most people will complain about these Tauruses deals with the grease that comes from the factory. Thankful to taurusarm.net, good forum for Taurus owners. I found, definitely advice, and the advice I think with most guns is definitely you do want to clean it. Get your favorite cleaning solvents and grease and go through it. Let the cleanse oil sit in the barrel for a bit now. Go ahead and run my patch through it. And as I said, I did clean it already, so it's clean. Leave a nice film in there. Cleanse oil, I'll just run my fingers over it. Might take another patch just to take off some extra excess. But really, this is what I'll do. Leave a nice film on there. Pop this back on. Cleanse oil goes a long way. I'll just usually just dab my fingers and go along the slide rail. Oh, a little bit there. Actually, it's a little dirty still. Surprise. Okay. There we go. That's better. I'm going to take do the reassembly now of the Taurus. Okay. At this point, I'm going to take my barrel. I'm going to go ahead and replace it in there. I'll take my recoil springs and get them back in place. There's a little dimple in the barrel where it fits in nicely. There's also a hole for this for the spring guide to pop in right there. At this point, just reassemble it, aim it downwards. We're going to lock the slide back. Let's do that again. I'm going to pull the barrel, the gun out. Now we had the locking pin. You'll notice there's a, make sure you can see that. You'll see the barrel kind of go hint like it's coming through. See that? You got to pull this out. And we're going to slide the pin back, so we need to make sure that this is clear. Before I do that, let's go ahead and show that again, just so you see what area I'm talking about. But this is the area that we're going to have that go through. So we want to make sure that's lined up. Okay. Make sure it's seated well. Straight. Lock it back. Pull this out. Okay. Goes in. Angle slightly up. There we go. Okay. Definitely don't force it. It does go in. Pops in. Release the slide lock. Taurus recommends you do this a few times. Just rack the slide a bit there, and at that point, just load your magazine, and you'd be ready to go. And that is the disassembly, the cleaning, and the reassembling of a Taurus TCP 738.